magical mama, and our adventure today is over here at Universal Studios Hollywood. And today I'm going to walk around and I'm going to talk about the different rides that you can ride and the different characters that you can meet because they have so many fun things. Universal Studios Hollywood is very unique because there is like two lots. So we have something called an upper lot and we have something called a lower lot. And so there are different rides and shows to do at each lot. And so right behind me is actually our one major show that we have going on, and that is Waterworld. And I love Waterworld. It is such a good show. It is like jet skis and boats and fire and all of these stunts and activities, and honestly it is a great time for you to sit down and relax and watch a show and have a snack and stuff like that. So I highly suggest to see Waterworld. It is always been my favorite show. We used to have the Animal Actors show and we used to have the stunt show, but we just got rid of those because we have the new Fast and the Furious ride that's going. You can see that they have the different upper lot and the lower lot. So the upper lot we have Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey and Flight of the Hippogriff, Ollivanders. That's a show. I've actually never seen that show. We have the studio tour, which is awesome because that's only here at Hollywood. And then Secret Life of Pets opens at 11. Oh, and now it changed. Then Despicable Me Mayhem opens at 11 o'clock. We have the Simpsons ride, and we have Fu Panda, which is kind of like a show in indoor theater, which is really cool. And then on the lower lot, we have Mario Kart, Jurassic World, the ride, which is a water ride, Transformers, and the Mummy. So always make sure that the studio tour, it takes like almost an hour. So if you're gonna do that, make sure you are going to be able to sit for an entire hour. Plus the last tour departs at 4:15. So make sure you're aware of that because you don't want to miss out because the park closes at 6 p.m. So the last tour departs at 4:15. One of my favorite rides here at Universal Studios Hollywood is Secret Life of Pets. And it is honestly just a really smooth ride where you sit back and you can watch the different characters. It is only 2 seats. So that's the hardest thing because sometimes I come here with me and both of my kids, and we have to separate. So, and it's also got a really interesting height difference. So let's go check it out. Stepping into the New York Street area. So this is where they have, there's Mel's Diner is over here. This is where you actually exit from Secret Life of Pets. They have a lot of stuff. Let's Be Happy Preschool. That's from Secret Life of Pets. And so up here, sometimes you'll see Snowball, the bunny, will be out there talking. And there's also a cool Irish pub over here. So if you go straight back is where you're actually gonna run into the Despicable Me area. We're gonna see all the different Minions. That's the start of that. And to the left, it is Secret Life of Pets. Over here at Secret Life of Pets, we're gonna talk about the heights that you have to be. So to be able to ride it alone, you have to be 48 inches. And to be able to ride it with an adult, you have to be 34 inches. Now that's something that's really interesting here at Universal Studios is that they actually have 2 different heights. One to be able to ride by yourself and one to be able to ride all together, which is kind of nice because younger children can ride it with an adult. But the thing that's hard with the Secret Life of Pets is that it is a 2-person seater ride. Universal has a lot of these little ride vehicles on the side to be able to test the size to make sure you can fit into it, but it also is important to know, so you have to have 1 adult for every child that you have that is under 48 inches but has to be over 34 inches. So that's specific really here at Universal Studios. Right behind me is Despicable Me, Minion, Mayhem, and so over here you have to be at least 48 inches to be able to ride by yourself and 40 inches to be able to ride with an adult. Despicable Me Minion Mayhem is actually closed right now. It is a fun ride, but if you do suffer from motion sickness, then I would say don't ride it because it is a very large screen and the little ride moves. Over here is Super Silly Funland, and during the warm weather, this is actually a water park that is open that my kids love to enjoy. But right now it is temporarily closed because obviously it is winter, but it is definitely a fun water park area. But over here to the left, this is where they have some carnival games. There are 2 areas in Universal Studios Hollywood where they have carnival games. One is over here at Super Silly Funland, and then the other one is in the Simpsons area. Over here is the Silly Swirly, and you have to be at least 48 inches to be able to ride by yourself, but if you are riding it with an adult, as long as you can physically sit next to him, you can go on the ride. This ride is really fun. It goes up and down in circles, and you actually can make it go up and down by yourself. So you go round and round and up and down. Very similar to Dumbo, but it is a fun little ride. Universal Studios Hollywood, there is actually 2 different playgrounds where your kids can run around and get out their energy, and one of them is right here in Super Silly Funland. Over here it says the kids are trying to be under 48 inches, but it is a fun little playground. It's got stairs, it's got the little climbing area, and on the other side it's got a slide. We're gonna take a walk around because I really don't see any kids right now. My kids love playing on this play area. So here's the back side. As you can see, there is a double slide here, and there's a single slide. And then over here, there's this little butterfly tunnel. There's this nice seating area for the adults too. So we love coming over here, and we love letting the kids run out all their different energy. We are just heading out of the Super Silly Funland, and we are heading into, this is the French bistro area. So there are some different food options back here. So, and then I don't know what this Universal Backlot Club thing is right now. I don't think they're doing anything right at this moment. Tap your Backlot Club card to the reader. Huh. Oh, this is the medallion quest. So they had this during the FanFest night, so I wonder if they're just keeping it here. Right now I am in the Universal Plaza. It is a big, large, open circle. So now here, they do lots of different things. So this is where we celebrate Grinchmas here at Universal Studios Hollywood. This is where our Grinch stage is. This is where the food is. This is where the Grinch meet and greet is. That's this area. Also, for our Halloween Horror Nights, they have a few little pop-up bars in here. For FanFest nights, they had a band that played in here. For the big summer and Jaws thing that they had, they actually had a bunch of different photo ops over here. So this is a fun area that they switch out for like holidays and stuff like that, but right now I'm sure they're going to get ready for the FanFest nights that should be starting soon. Over here you can meet Hello Kitty. Hello Kitty's over here, isn't she so cute? Hi Hello Kitty! Look at how cute your outfit is. Oh my goodness, your little Paris beret. Oh, you ready for the Olympics? Yeah? So cute. So you come right down the center. To the left is where you can meet the Scooby-Doo characters. Hello, King Julian.
I know.
Give an eye. Hello. Oh my goodness. Are you going to show me all your best dance moves? Yes, yes. Okay, I'm ready. Ooh, yes. Oh yeah. Strike a pose. That's right. Oh my goodness. Just so fabulous. Oh my gosh, I love it. Awesome. I love it. I love you. I would love a photo with you. Over here we have our cab driver. She is working hard, and then sometimes we'll have some people up here.
Good morning, darlings. Have a fabulous day. Enjoy the sunshine.
Oh, yeah?
Studio tour straight uptown. I'd give you a ride when I'm off duty.
I like it. Enjoy your break.
You too, darling.
And then up there, they have 2 characters that sometimes talk. And then right now, Gabby is out here from Gabby's Dollhouse. I don't know if I'm allowed to take a picture. Let's see. Is Gabby available to take pictures? Hello, Gabby. Oh my goodness. I love your outfit. It's so cute with your ears. I still have to see your new movie though. I haven't seen it yet. I know. I'm so sorry, but I love your outfit and my kids love you. Over here is the Kung Fu Panda Adventure. So this is like a big theater where it's like almost an interactive theater, like 4DX, where the ride actually moves and the seats actually move. So it's very cool and it's fun and it's not 3D, which I love. Pinocchio sleeping. Something that I love about Kung Fu Panda's Adventure is that it is not 3D. I am not a huge fan of 3D. So I love that you can just sit back, relax, and you can watch the show. And now the seats move, But if you are uncomfortable with the seats moving, then you can have them turn it off, and they also do have some seats that don't move. So it is good for young children, because my young kids, I can just sit back and relax and they can watch the show. But it is super, super fun. And then also behind me, look at, they've got Shrek, because this is a DreamWorks theater, Kung Fu Panda, and How to Train Your Dragon. Toothless. I cannot wait to go to Isle of Berk. I'm going to be going to Epic Universe soon, and I am dying to meet Toothless and go to Isle of Berk, because it is like my favorite. For Kung Fu Panda, there's actually no height requirement, which is awesome. So you can sit by yourself, your kids can sit by yourself, but if they do want to lap sit, then they are going to have to turn off like the motion of the seat. But it is nice because at any height you can go in here and you can enjoy the show. In front of me is the Fast and the Furious Hollywood Drift. I am super excited for this ride to be opening. It is obviously going to be the newest ride here at Universal Studios Hollywood, and it is an incredible roller coaster. They are doing some testing on it, and I don't know the ride heights yet, but it is a pretty intense ride, so I'm guessing at least 48 inches. But this is going to be officially the 12th ride here at Universal Studios Hollywood, because right now we only have 11. Here at Universal Studios Hollywood, we have the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, and it is actually Hogsmeade. So we're gonna go back there. They have 2 different rides and a couple different shows, so let's go check them out. So it says, please respect the spell limits. And as soon as you go in here to the right-hand side, you have the Hogwarts Express. The thing about the Hogwarts Express here is that it really is just a photo op. Unfortunately, we don't have the actual Hogwarts Express. But as you can tell, it is always winter here in Hogsmeade. And if you look around, you can see all the cute different displays. And if you look over here on the floor, this is where you can see where the spells are. So on the floor, if you get a wand, this is where you would stand, and it shows you right here how you're supposed to do the wand. And when you look this way, the frogs are supposed to open. I didn't bring my wand today, but I am gonna do a whole other video with where we use our wands and we do all the different spells. Look over here.
Give me my wand.
He has a wand and he's hopefully trying to do it. There it goes. Okay, it's about to go. To the left is the 3 Broomsticks, and they have really, really yummy food, and it's a big restaurant that you can eat in. Over here they have the Ollivanders show. I've actually never done it, so we're gonna have to do it one of these times. And there's a bunch of different shops. We've officially made it to Hogwarts. So over here to the left is Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey. And then to the right is where we have the Flight of the Hippogriff. Now over here there's a stage, and during the regular or all year round they have the Tri-Wizard Spirit Rally, and they also have the Frog Choir that happens during the Christmas time. The Flight of the Hippogriff, you have to be at least 39 inches tall to ride it, and then children 39 to 48 must be accompanied by a companion, and 48 inches to ride by yourself. So here is the ride vehicle, which means that every kid that is under 48 inches needs to have an adult to be able to accompany them, which is very important to know. But this is a really, really fun roller coaster, and it gives you a great view of Hogwarts. Behind me is Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey. It is actually in Hogwarts Castle, which honestly, the walkthrough of it is amazing. The actual ride though, it kind of makes me nauseous. So I can't usually ride it. I only ride it when I have my kids with me. But the ride is really, really cool. It does make you feel like you are actually in a Hogwarts movie or a Harry Potter movie. But it is really, really fun. But if you are subject to be motion sickness, I would maybe skip it. So you have to be 48 inches to be able to ride Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey. But something else that you should know is that you are not allowed to carry any backpacks or anything on you. So behind me there are lockers. The small lockers are free, but the large lockers you do have to pay $5 for. You can do rider switch and stuff like that, so you can hand off your stuff to somebody. But if you want to ride, you're not going to be able to hold onto a backpack or hard water bottles or anything like that. So they do have free lockers behind me. Small lockers are free for up to 2 hours, and they are very tiny. Like, you are definitely going to have to shove your backpack in there. So, and then to the right, this is the larger lockers. The other ride that does make you use lockers here at Universal Studios Hollywood is the Mummy, and it is the same thing. It is free for 2 hours, and then you get to pay up to a maximum of $20 per day if you leave your stuff in there. Is this back entrance of Hogsmeade? And if you go back here, this is where you're actually going to end up popping out right next to the Studio Tour and Simpsons. So, and this is the back of 3 Broomsticks also. So it's another place where you can sit and relax and have something to drink. Studio Tour has to be one of my favorite rides here at Universal Studios Hollywood, where there are some things that you know before you hop on. First of all, the ride is about 45 minutes to an hour, so you're gonna wanna make sure if you have kids or you yourself, maybe use the restroom or grab a snack before you head on the ride. You can drink stuff and you can eat stuff on the Studio Tour. So we will grab some popcorn and we will head onto the Studio Tour, but it's definitely something super, super fun. At the front, they have the DeLorean from Back to the Future. We love a good throwback. Something else that's important to know is because the Studio Tour is so long, it means that it doesn't run the entire day. So the last time you can actually get on the Studio Tour is at 4:15 because the park actually closes at 6 o'clock today. So they're not gonna ride, they're not gonna send anybody out too late because then they're gonna be here way late. They're gonna stop loading and stop riding at 4:15. Final tip for the Studio Tour is to sit on the right-hand side of the driver, because that is the side where you're going to see Jaws. That is the side where you're going to see Norman Bates. And then on the King Kong ride, it's fine, he goes back and forth, but definitely on the right-hand side if you want to see Jaws, because that's my favorite part. I love that part. So yeah, make sure you sit on the right-hand side of the train. Heard some rumors about Simpsons Land or Springfield here at Universal Studios, and I want to know what you think. So you might not be aware, but Disney actually owns the rights to The Simpsons now. So it is heard that Universal does not want to be representing The Simpsons anymore. I have heard that they are going to be putting in Pokemon, because Pokemon has come recently into a different Universal Studios theme park. And it is said that it's going to be coming to other Universal Studios theme parks. So tell me what you think. Do you want to see Pokemon at Universal Studios, or are you going to miss Simpsons? Personally, the Simpsons ride, I liked Back to the Future better. But, you know, let me know what you think, if you want Pokemon or if you want Simpsons. Now, officially in Springfield, this is such a weird, kooky area here at Universal Studios Hollywood. So this is the area where you're going to get those big, massive pink donuts. See, they're eating one right there. They have fun little characters that are just here that you can just stand next to and take a picture with, like she's gonna do. Over here they have ice cream, they have pizza, they have hot dogs, they have your Krusty Burger. To the left we have, this is the Duff area where you can get beer. To the right you can see the Springfield power plant. And here's kind of fun. You have Springfield Power Plant up above, and then you have Moe's, which is a fun little eating area. And then straight ahead, you have Krusty Land. After the Simpsons ride is where you have more carnival rides. And so carnival games are here, and they are also here in Minion Land. And to the right, you can see that there's a Quickie Mart. And at the Quickie Mart, they have different character meet and greets. Right now, Homer is outside and he is doing a meet and greet. But you can also meet Marge, Lisa, and Bart. Take a look. He has a Duff beer and a donut. Oh no, he's escaping. Oh no. He's taking a donut. Oh my gosh, that was hilarious. That was epic. As you can see behind me, you have to be at least 40 inches tall to be able to ride the Simpsons ride with an adult, and then you have to be 48 inches tall if you want to ride it by yourself. And be warned that if you have motion sickness, this is not the ride for you, because I've ridden it before, and let me tell you, my body says no thank you. So I'll go on it and I'll close my eyes when I go on it with the kids. Heading now to the lower lot to check out their different rides and their different characters that you can meet. As you can see, Fast and the Furious should be starting soon. They are testing the ride vehicles, and as you can see, it does go over the iconic escalators here at Universal Studios Hollywood. There are 7 rides that are on the upper lot. So you have the Studio Tour, which we've talked about. You have the Kung Fu Panda, that is kind of just like a theater ride. You have the Simpsons ride. You have the Secret Life of Pets Off Leash. You have Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey, and you have the Flight of the Hippogriff. Now when we head to the lower lot, we only have 4 rides. The 4 rides are Jurassic World, which is the water ride. We have Revenge of the Mummy, we have Transformers 3D, and we have the Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge. And of course above me, which is at the upper lot, you have the Fast and the Furious ride that's going to be coming soon. Here is a better look of the roller coaster. This thing looks awesome. It goes all the way up and over, crosses over that way. This thing's gonna be massive. This is a really amazing addition that has come here. Heading down the second of 3 escalators, I'm gonna talk a little bit about the lower lot. So you have the Jurassic World area. So over there is the blue Raptor meet and greet. Plus they have a Triceratops that comes out, and sometimes they have some baby baby dinosaurs that come out. They also have the second playground here at Universal Studios. They have the Dino playground, and that is actually my favorite kids playground, so I'll make sure to show it to you. We love that area. So they have the Transformers ride, which is a 3D ride. I'm not a huge fan of 3D, like I said, but they have meet and greets with Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, and Megatron. I always say Megatron and Megalodon. I always get those 2 mixed up. So Megatron. So those are the 3 meet and greets that are down there. Now, if we head over to the Super Nintendo World, yes, there is only technically 1 ride in there, but there are, let's see, 4 interactive with your power band games that you can play. So you have to have the power up band, and there are 4 games that you play, and we're gonna do this another one of my videos. I'll explain them to you. So you do the 4 games, and then once you complete the 4 games, or you get at least 3 keys every time you complete a game successfully, you earn a key. Then you get to do Bowser Jr.'s Mini Challenge, and that's a really fun interactive game. So yes, there is only 1 ride, but there are 4 interactive games with the power-up band. There is 1 interactive game where you don't have to have a power-up band to do. There is Toad, Mario, Luigi, and Peach that also do meet and greets there. So there is so much stuff to do in Super Nintendo World, and I'm gonna put that on a whole other video, because there's a lot of things to do. And then for the Universal Fan Fest nights, they're going to be adding the different colored Yoshis. And I'm wondering if, because the new Super Nintendo movie is coming out, if they're going to be bringing out Yoshi as a regular meet and greet, because they're known to do that here at Universal, and Yoshi is one of the main characters. And I think he would be a great addition to Super Nintendo World. So we are heading down to the lower lot, and we're going to see what's open, and I'm going to quickly go over everything. The Mummy is an indoor roller coaster. It's really fun. It shoots you off and it goes backwards. And also you have to put your backpack away. You're not allowed to have a backpack. So you get 2 free hours without a backpack, or you can get the bigger one. But that is good because the Mummy is right next to Jurassic World. So what you can do is that you can put your backpack into the Mummy, ride the Mummy, and then go on Jurassic World and get wet without getting all your stuff wet. So that's a little tip that I would say that you can do. Use the locker for both rides. They're literally right next to each other. Just make sure you come back within 2 hours. So I'm sure the lines won't be that long unless it's extremely hot and people are trying to get wet on Jurassic World. Over here in the Jurassic World area at Universal Studios Hollywood, and there is so much more to do than just the ride. The Jurassic World ride that is right behind me, which is a great water ride here, so it's a great way for you to cool down, but there's also so many other things that you can do. Behind me is the Raptor encounter, and this is where Blue comes out, and they have some epic meet and greets with her. I've met her so many times. I love, love, love Blue. But also they have multiple different other dinosaurs that come out. They have a Triceratops that comes out that we've met, and they also have baby dinosaurs. So I'll show you some videos that we've seen from them in the past, and so they are super, super fun. I had right underneath the Jurassic World sign, and I'm gonna take you to our favorite play area. It is called Dino Play, and this is where my kids love to hang out. So it says Dino Play up here. And they have the stroller parking, and you're gonna come over here. It is so hidden. Check out this playground. Look at the dinosaur. It is so much fun. My kids play in here all the time. I will come here and we will sit. It has like the different rope courses. It's got slides. It's got so many interactive details on it. Over here, they have a second level. If you look, that the kids can run up on. They have music over here, and you can play along. Over here, they have different cool fossils that the kids can look at. Seriously, so much fun. Love it. And just makes you look like you're in a fossil site. And there's nice seated, shaded areas for adults. This playground is definitely my kids' favorite place to hang out, and mine to hang out when we come here. Something that you should be aware of if your kids are going to play over here in the Dino Play area is that they do not allow any food or any drinks over here. So if you do want to eat, you are going to have to come sit over here. Sometimes I will sit just on the exit, but one thing that I do love is that there's only one entrance and one exit to the Dino Play area, but definitely you cannot have food or drink, but honestly that your kids are going to want to play here for a while. It is well shaded. There's a lot of stuff for them to do. So you have to be at least 42 inches to be able to ride the Jurassic World ride, and if you are over 48, then you can go by yourself. So, and this is like bench seating, so I would go with my kids that were both under 48, and they would both be able to sit with me because this is a bench seat. So that is something good to know, because when it is the 2x2, it means you need to have one adult basically per one kid under 48 inches. So
in the latter part of the Cretaceous period, Dromaeosaurs ruled the land using their speed, agility, and vicious hunting techniques. Today, we invite the bravest among you to encounter the mightiest theropod of 75 million years ago, the Velociraptor.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Raptor Encounter. My name is Eddie. I'm a dinosaur handler here at Jurassic World. The following training exercise is an integral part of our dinosaur program. We're studying how our dinosaurs respond in proximity to humans. You're going to meet one of our favorite velociraptors, Blue, who's known for increased intelligence and heightened empathy towards guests, which helps us to develop a better... She sounds spicier than usual. Now, folks, this is the opportunity of a lifetime. But remember, we are working with what is essentially a wild animal. So, please, no sudden movements. Do your best to remain calm at all times. So, as long as you follow all of our safety protocol and pay attention to our team of vet techs, as well as myself, everybody will be safe. We have everything under control here at Jurassic World. Now, I would like to go over our safety protocol before we begin. These are 3 very important rules designed to protect you as well as... She is causing quite the commotion back there. That text, I'd be curious to see how Blue responds to guests if this is the mood she's in. We're clear? Folks, Blue is very excited to see everyone, so we are going to bring her out now. We just ask you all to remain calm while Blue enters the park. You ready, my friend? Are you calm? Okay, good. Vetex, Let's open the gates. Eyes on me. Blue, hold. Eyes on me. Blue, hey, that's more like it. Okay, calm down. Blue, we're moving. Good. Good job, girl. All right, folks, Blue. So, Blue is displaying disobedience, though she didn't respond to verbal cues, which is a good sign. So, let's proceed with caution. Where's your caution? Wait, do you guys have caution with you? You can only proceed with caution. Can I see your caution? Excellent caution, my friend. Welcome. You can join us right here. Nope, he brought even more caution than originally. Incredible. Way to escalate the caution.
Fully aware that Blue is just a person in a costume, but the way she looks and growls at you and the fact that she blinks, she's still scary as an adult, and you know what it is. You know what it is. Still scary. But I love her all the same. She's my favorite meet and greet. Favorite meet and greet. And I always have my kids meet it. So now we're gonna head over here. Right now, Megatron is out, so let's go check him out. So we are here at Revenge of the Mummy, the ride, and this ride is an indoor roller coaster. It's super fun. As you can see over here that you must be 48 inches to be able to ride this ride. And like I said, it is an indoor roller coaster. It does not do any loops or anything like that, but it is super fast. And over here is where they require you to get your lockers. Lockers, remember, it is free for 2 hours for the smaller ones, and then for the bigger ones it is $5. So once you pull your stuff out as a one-time use, you can't go back and you can't use it again. Small lockers you can squeeze your Loungefly into, but you will not be able to get a large backpack in there. There is not enough room. So just for you to be aware of kind of the size of them. Over here, we are at the Transformers The Ride 3D. If you take a look over here, it says what time Optimus Prime will be out, Bumblebee will be out, and Megatron will be out.
Looking for Optimus. Why is everyone here to marry me or ask them to be my boyfriend? Unacceptable. Take a picture with the door. I'm out of here.
Oh, hail Megatron!
Oh, hail Megatron. I hope you're alone forever.
It's my birthday!
Sorry. Actually,
Dealing with Autobot slime all day. Personally, I've had enough of it. Time to shut them up and shut them down.
Tiny is Transformers The Ride, and it is like a 3D experience where you have to try to save the Allspark. So you have to be at least 40 inches to be able to ride this ride, but with an adult, and then you have to be 48 inches if you want to ride it alone. This is a 3D ride, so you are going to be using 3D glasses. So like I said, it can also have some type of motion sickness on it. So I will ride it with my kids. It is really fun, but if you are like susceptible to motion sickness, this would be hard for you. Heading into Super Nintendo World. This area is super fun. Like I said, it really only has one ride, but has so many different activities for you to do. To the right, this is where the Toad meet and greet is. He is adorable. And then if you look to the left, under this area, this is where the Peach meet and greet is going to be. And the next time she's out is 1 o'clock. To the left, we have the first game. That is with our power-up bands, and you have to have a power-up band in order to play it. This is the Piranha Plant Nap Mishap. and you have to press all of the different little buttons to put the plant back to sleep. And if you put them to sleep, then you get a key. See, he's going back to sleep. They won. Over here is your second game. This is the, what is this one? Oh, it's on hard mode. So you have to spin, spin, spin the little handle, and then if he falls down, then you win. So there you go, spin, spin, spin. And it's on hard mode, so I don't think he's gonna win a key. This is called Goomba Crank, is what this one is called. To play the 4 different games, you have to have a power band. Now, when you have a power band, there are 2 different modes. There is the difficult mode or the hard mode, and then there's the easy mode. So as soon as you win it once, they'll give you a key, but the second time you attempt that game, you are actually going to have to do it on the hard mode. Now, if you lose on the hard mode, just like that little kid, it will automatically knock you back down to the easy mode, and it will continue to go back and forth and back and forth. Over here is the Toadstool Cafe, super cute cafe, lots of different yummy food, love it. They do take reservations, and I think at this point walk-ups now. Over here is Thwomp Panel Panic. So you're going to go in here, and this is the 3rd game where you have to turn the entire screen one color. So over here they just won the key. So as you can see, oopsie, they have to turn the panel all one color. So that's what they're working on right now. There you go, they just won a key. All right, we're gonna head out here. Right in the center is where you can meet Mario and Luigi. Kart Bowser's Challenge is definitely one of the rides that is super, super fun here. It's very, very interactive. The wait time is only 35 minutes right now, so that's great. Minimum height to ride Bowser's Challenge is 40 inches by yourself and 48 with an adult. So that is something to keep in mind. And it is a 2x2, so if you have children that are underneath 48 inches, you're gonna need 1 adult per child. Is Bowser Jr.'s Challenge, and you have to have 3 coins to play it. And it is a very fun, interactive game. My family loves this game. It's something really fun, but you do have the power band, and you do need at least 3 keys to enter it. And I think it is per family, so if you just have 1 kid and you have their 1 power band, I think as long as they put in their 3 keys, you're allowed to all go in together. This is the power punch, so he's gonna try to hit the power, and it's gonna try to go up there to shoot the shell up at the center. Let's see if it works. Pow, pow, pow. There he goes, he got the shell. So he just earned a key. Can I say this is one of my favorite details? Look at the wet floor. It makes me so happy. Behind me, there is actually a whole other game where you do not have to have a power band, and then you can just play the game. It's an interactive game that you just play on the wall. So that's something fun that is newer to Super Nintendo World that you definitely want to check out. This is the area when Mario and Luigi meet. That is it for me here at Universal Studios Hollywood. This was just a quick tour as we walked around. I wanted to show you guys the different rides, some of the different meet and greets that are happening here. There's lots of characters that walk around too, which is really great. And because I am a Universal Pass member, there are some different benefits that we get. It is pretty inexpensive to get here. So if you are looking to come to Universal Studios Hollywood, I am actually a new travel agent, so I can help you book that. I know all the ins and outs of Universal Studios Hollywood. I know about the rides, I know about the characters, I know about the different benefits. I need, talking about single rider lines and stuff like that. So make sure you like this video if you guys like Universal Studios Hollywood. Make sure you subscribe for more because we are always going to different theme parks events here in Southern California. And make sure you subscribe for more because there's always new stuff coming your way. I'm also on TikTok. I'm also on Instagram, so follow me there. All right, thank you so much for watching. I will see you soon. Bye.